The hockey ice is out, the curling sheets are in, the Saddle Dome ready for the Tim Hortons Brier. Fans are getting geared up to cheer on a couple of local ranks. Last year's champion back to defend his title, but this time with a brand new team. Calgary's Kevin Koe will represent Alberta, and he's here to give us a preview, and it's really nice to have you in the BT studio.
Thanks for having me.
So congratulations on a clean sweep at the BP Cup a couple of weekends ago. Explain this for people who may not have sort of been following what happened in the last year. Normally, you would get a bye and you would be heading into the Briers Team Canada as last year's champion, but your team dismantled, so then what happened?
Yeah, I mean, Team Canada is a new thing, so it'll be interesting to see how it all works out. But, you know, for me personally, it was, you know, just time for a change a bit. You know, curling teams change every once in a while. My old team, we had a great run, won the Brier a couple times, won the World. So, you know, it was time for a change and kind of time for everyone to move on, and so looking forward to it.
So it seems to be working out just fine with the new guys. A couple guys from Kevin Martin's team, another player from Ontario. Talk about them, Mark Kennedy, Ben Hebert, and Brent Lang.
Yeah, I mean, they're all great curlers. They've won Briers, Worlds, Olympics. So, you know, on paper it seemed good, but it always takes a while to, you know, put a new team together. But we've had a pretty good year and seem to be getting better. So hopefully we got our best week left in us at the Brier.
How do you sort of team build? I mean, I know you know those guys, and the curling community is relatively small. But do you work on, I mean, obviously on the ice is a thing, but do you do on ice, off ice team building as well?
You know, I mean, we're all such good friends going back. We must have played each other, geez, 30 times each. So, you know, we kind of know all the ins and outs. And, you know, it was just getting more used to hanging out as a team while we knew each other very well. You know, being teammates is a little different. So it takes some time to get used to. But, you know, I think we're getting better, and I think we will keep getting better.
So get us ready for the competition. The Brier kicks off this Saturday. What does the field out there look like? Who are your biggest competitors?
Geez, it's a tough field. I mean, one of the toughest, probably the toughest I've been to for sure. You know, adding that Team Canada, you know, it makes it a lot harder. Obviously, adds a real high-end team, and you know, you got the Olympic champs and Jacobs, a bunch of other good teams, Manitoba, Quebec, BC, Newfoundland. And, you know, every year someone you don't expect usually makes a good run. So, you know, I think it's the toughest, but I guess we'll see. And
I'm sure I mean, when you get down to competition, you take it very seriously. But as you said, you guys all know each other. It's got to be some friendly digs. John Morris is at the helm of Team Canada. You played with him for years. So what's that rivalry like?
Yeah, I mean, I played with John for a few years. That seems like ages ago now. So, I mean, you know, with that team especially, there's a lot of old teammates with, obviously, my team from last year playing with John.
Yeah.
For Mark and Ben, playing with John as well. So, you know, good friends off the ice, but once we get on the ice, you know, they're the last guys you want to lose to.
So how do you get ready for a competition like this, sort of emotionally and physically? What does this week kind of look like for you?
You know, this week is, you know, a lot of practice for sure. The guys will come into town tomorrow. We'll get a couple good days of practice in. We don't live in the same city, so can't practice together as much as we'd like. And, you know, we'll get some work done. I'm off to work from here and just try and get caught up there. Not going to be around much in the next couple of weeks. So just kind of get organized and get ready. We had a great week at provincials and we're playing good, so just kind of try and keep that form.
Now, how do you balance sort of the rest of your life? Because, you know, you have another job. This is also what you do. I can't imagine how many hours you spend a week doing this. Do you look forward to a time when perhaps you could just do this? Or is it good to have the other stuff too?
You know, it's nice to have a balance. I think if you just curled, there'd be a lot more pressure on you. And, you know, our whole team, we all have jobs. We all have families, young kids. So, you know, it keeps us on the go for sure. But, you know, it's also fun. I think that's the main reason why we do it. We have a lot of fun doing it. And, you know, we have a few more years left in us, but, you know, will we ever just curl? I doubt it.
Well, now we have the Brier tankard hanging out here. What did it feel like the first time, or actually every time, you've been able to have this in your possession?
I mean, it's nice. You look at the names on it, just some great teams. obviously the first one for sure was probably the highlight. It was our first Brier, so we didn't really know what to expect, and you know, to come through the way we did, kind of extra end, you know, against a team we'd struggled against, you know, was a great feeling.
Any kind of things you do with the cup the way that they do with the Stanley Cup?
No, you know,
they
keep a pretty tight eye on that trophy, so we don't get much time with it, actually.
Well, it sure is beautiful, and we hope it's in your possession once again this year. Kevin Koe, the Tim Hortons Brier kicks off at the Scotiabank Saddledome this Saturday, February 28th, goes until March 8th. Best of luck to you. We're going to head down